Welcome back in, everybody. And NAVI, they have done it. They've found themselves a sliver of a chance of life here in game number 2. So bringing it to game number 3, and they've got to have some confidence. But I think coming into game number 3, NAVI, Virtus.pro, they need to go back to basics. You know, they just need to go back to these, just run at NAVI with these team fight heroes and look to get aggressive, because that split push, it just did not work for VP, and nobody on the team looked comfortable in that match, I don't think.
They haven't played it for the entirety of the season, some of those heroes, and then you pull them out in the potentially last game, and it becomes apparent that you are not ready to play any kind of lineup that's thrown your way. Only a certain amount of teams in the world, the true tier 1 teams, can play any lineup in any meta and still make it work, right? So Virtus.pro definitely showing there that even with a well-connected lineup that Hellraisers have shown that can work, and it's just not that easy to execute.
No, and what would you like to see them pick up? And just go back to favorites heroes for VP to try and get, because it's obvious that NAVI they do want to run at VP. So if it is just going to be the two teams smashing into each other, what would you like to see VP picking up in the draft?
It's hard to say. I would want to see Squadix on a mobile engager, right? Puck, Storm, Ember. I think with this kind of heroes, he enables the entirety of the team, and then whatever the rest of them play, at least he's always going to be able to get that right jump.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, he did get the Storm Spirit in the first game, looked pretty good on it. There was a couple of mistakes in there, but, for the most part, Squadix was really impressive on that Storm Spirit. So we'll see as we get ourselves into the draft of game number 3, which way that's going to fall. And looking through the heroes, again, Shigetsu seems to be favoring this Slark today. So do you let that through and then try and counter it after it comes out, or do you just not let it through at all in game number 3?
You already beat it once. Banning it in the first phase would be very weird coming out from Virtus.pro. So I think for now that they're gonna let that one through.
Okay. Well, as we do get in, NAVI ban out the Enchantress straight away. And they do have the first pick this time, so maybe, again, baiting Virtus.pro to let through the IO or the Broodmother here. They probably ban out the Beastmaster in the second ban for the first phase. But VP, let's see how they're going to respond into this one. And yeah, just something a little bit different, or, excuse me, not even different. Go back to basics here for VP in this third draft. For me, I think that's how they beat NAVI.
Yeah, I think they either ban out the Brood and the Beast here, or the Brood and the IO. There's no other approach, and I think both the Beast and the IO are possible to deal with. I'd rather, if I was Virtus.pro, play against the IO though, because they beat it. But they will they'll ban out the Dragonite. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a big problem for them in the previous game, I have to say, though. I would still amount it to you play the type of hero that doesn't do well versus the Dragonite. There are still heroes in the Heritage hero pool that would allow him to lane well. Abaddon, Monkey King, he does play the Ursa as well, so those things wouldn't be impossible.
Yeah, even the item build part, you see the Hex coming out onto the Nature's Prophet, but maybe something like the Silver Edge would have been a better item to go towards, as like that luxury item. He did have the Crystal, so it looked like he was building towards it, but he just prioritized that Hex there on the Prophet and just couldn't, like you say, couldn't fight into the Dragonite, couldn't touch him. As NAVI, they ban out the Disruptor again. So not going to be seeing that in this series today. The most popular hero in the region, and both teams just like, nah, get it out of here. We don't want to be seeing it.
Yep. It's just something that Eastern Europe utilizes so well, even when it's not in the meta. And now when the hero is in the meta, it's obvious that it's going to have 70% win rate. So I'm surprised it even got through that many times. It was picked 31 times, 75% win rate. It's just insane.
Brood, IO, Prophet,
everything.
Beastmaster, yeah. So the Brood comes up for NAVI, but a quick response to Virtus.pro. Do they want to go straight for the Snapfire, which is really good? I mean, they could go for the Slark themselves here as well.
No, Slark, they banned out the Slark, so I think it's Snapfire Naga or Crystal Maiden Pudge if you really want to deal with this one, though. Abaddon might not be bad either, because she removed the Silken Bola.
So, Undying and They're going to keep us waiting. Of course, they're going to keep us waiting here on VP's side. So thinking about when they'd be drafting, but the Undying up against the Broodmother straight away. In the lane, how do you see this one
10
playing out?
seconds remaining.
What impact can the Undying have up against the Brood?
The same like every
5
Undying lane.
seconds remaining.
3-4 minutes, you're dominant. After that, you are not any longer. And I think this opens up a snapfire for Navi. I don't like it. Just this pick doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, from all they could have gone for, they go for the Rubik as well. So
Yeah.
no Nagas, no Snapfires. Yeah, the Undying on Rubik. Okay, so they do take the Rubik away from the side of Navi, but no counters to the Brood in the first phase. It doesn't seem.
Nope. That's weird. So
10
they don't care
seconds
about it. They
remaining.
just wanted this support duo, which does make sense. They really
5 seconds
did get
remaining.
a lot of their supports banned out in the first 2 phases in the previous game. So they don't want that to happen again. This was the opening from Navi. This is a good opening. I just don't like it versus the Brood.
Yeah, no, when you've got everything on a plate to try and deal with the hero, like say either like the Pudge Crystal Maiden combo or the Snapfire to come out with the Naga Siren that can clean up again. They could still go for the Naga Siren if Navi don't ban it out, and it's a great hero coming into the mid to late game. But it just, yeah, Navi even pick up the Snapfire themselves.
Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons that you pick up a Snapfire when you play the Naga is that the other team is going to do it and crush you in the lane with Scatter Blast and also have a good hero in lane for the Broodmother. So this is no surprise, especially when there's a Tombstone on the other side that is just going to be taken out, especially during the laning phase with the little Shredder. So when it comes to openings, I'm just the bigger fan of what Navi has, though. There are still
remaining.
a lot of heroes that Virtus.pro just play to a very, very high level. And Navi, they need to find the right ones. I think Ember is a necessity. Everything else is debatable.
And we'll see what else Virtus.pro want to be banning out. And yeah, I'm not liking the opening here for Virtus.pro. I don't know how they respond to this. I don't know what they're going to be drafting, obviously, in the second phases. But for the minute, it seems like Navi might be in their heads a little bit as they ban out the Ursa.
That might be setting up for something like a Tidehunter, which I would not hate. There are still heroes for Virtus.pro. I don't want to write them off, right? Abaddon.
Oh, I do. It's game over. Yeah, they picked a Tinker in the last game. They're dead to me.
Okay, that does make sense. So Navi, they ban out the Naga. I don't think I like it. I would have preferred if Squadix was the target here. If you ban out one hero each, then Virtus.pro are still gonna have some heroes that are comfortable on, that are somewhat good in the game. And confidence in a game for Virtus.pro and having heroes that they are that they know what to do with has shown to be their strength.
Yeah, and they take out the Dry Ranger again. She gets your favorite coming into this. So they take it away. The Ember Spirit's going to be taken away here from Navi. Great hero up against the Brood, and like you say, they are trying to split the focus on the balance between the carry and that mid lane. Both supports coming out, so it is going to be all 3 cores to be revealed here for Virtus.pro. And what could they go for on this lane that could actually look quite comfortable against the Brood? Would you still consider the Monkey King here? Or do you think the Insatiable Hunger just makes the Jingu irrelevant?
No. The Monkey King is okay against the Brood. It is not bad at all. I would like it, especially if they go for something like a Tide. The Monkey King would make a lot of sense. Neither the Broodmother nor the Snapfire have high amounts of armor, so inside of the Wukong's command, you're gonna be dead, and you want to have some kind of a stun in the lane. He does provide that one, so I wouldn't hate it. The Silken Bola can be annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Okay, well, we'll see if they go towards that one here. Virtus.pro looking for the next ban out. The Beastmaster will be taken away from Navi. Yeah, the split push hero, the push potential heroes, what are we looking at? Death Prophet, Lycan, Enigma still available. So I wonder if Virtus.pro go back for any of those up against the Broodmother.
Not sure. Other than the Beast, they haven't played many of those push heroes, so I would assume no. What would make a lot of sense right now might be a Primal Beast. That is something that they have played in the past that I think they are pretty good on, would lane well with the Rubik, good at catching the Brood later on. So overall, I would be
10
okay with that pick if Virtus.pro go for that one.
What about
5
the
seconds
Legion
remaining.
Commander?
On paper, one of the best heroes versus the Brood. Currently not in the meta, so no.
Okay,
Just
fair enough.
if Virtus.pro experiment, it was shown that they dropped the ball.
Yeah, true. So we'll see what else. I mean, again, looking at the heroes, just looking through what they've picked as well. If I get the Liquipedia page back up, so what else have Virtus.pro gone for?
Right. Okay.
It is gonna be the Tide. Yeah. Okay.
I think
Game
those were
number
the
2.
options for the offlaners.
Yeah. What else? Because I mean, they've got both supports out now, so we're not going to see any Jakiros. That's not going to be picked up.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
Slark. So the Snapfire, they played the Zeus themselves. Zeus might not be too bad. I
5
mean, I suppose the
seconds
Broodmother wants to go
remaining.
towards a pipe as well, though. So maybe not.
This could be if Shigetsu hasn't played the Monkey King ever, so that's not gonna be coming out. The Drow is out as well. Virtus.pro don't have great catch, but if you would go for something like a sniper here, they would instantly get a storm, and then you're screwed. So not a lot of good options for Navi. I'm trying to go through their heroes, something that they've played in the past, and a lot of that has been banned out.
I know it's out of meta, but would you go for the Shigetsu special and pick up the Weaver?
You're up against the Rubik. It's
Yeah.
Weaver is good here, but you just make a Rubik a 10 times stronger hero. I don't think you want it. Navi have played that Life Stealer and the Alchemist. Those two might be I don't know, Alchemist with the Brood. So greedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really greedy that you have to take up. You have to be taking it.
So they go for the sniper.
It's gonna be the sniper. Okay.
And the storm.
And the clock.
Instant storm, I think. I don't think there's a lot to think about here. Yes, you do have the last pick, but just get it there. I think it's pretty much a straightforward pick.
Remaining.
Yeah, I don't see it making it through this next phase of bans.
Nope. You
5
pick up a storm, you ban
remaining.
out the puck, and you're happy if you're Virtus.pro.
Yeah, what are you looking to ban? Navi wise, if the Stone Spirit does come out, we'll see what the actual pickup's going to be here, because Virtus.pro coming through a lot of reserve time for this 4th pick. It's going to be the Anti-Mage. Yeah, no, okay, I get that. The Battle Fury is nice. But the Storm Spirit, there's no way that it gets through this next phase.
It's really good against the Brood, right? Because you can return the Silken Bola with a counter spell. We've seen the Anti-Mage crush the Brood in the lane. You also buy a Vanguard, so you can stay in the lane even after the Brood is level 6. Later on in the game, when you look at Navi, they don't have enough lockdown for the Anti-Mage. This is a really good pick, and Virtus.pro have been playing the Anti-Mage in the past, if I'm not mistaken, and actually successfully a couple of times. Let me just check that one.
Yeah, they picked it up. I've seen it. Where did I see it? They picked it up against Hellraisers. They lost that one. But
Virtus.pro's turn to ban.
Where else did they pick it up? They picked it up against. I'm sure I've seen it more than. Did they pick it up against Hydra? No, they didn't. It was Monkey King all the way against Hydra.
No, they only picked it up against Hellraisers and lost. That's it. It seems to be it's all of their. So they have one game in the first week, one in the second, and now in this last week they seem to not have played it. But that does seem like a Kiritich hero either way. So I think he is he's somewhat happy with it. Navi are not banning out the Storm just yet. I think it's necessary unless they want to pick it.
Yeah, no, maybe do you pick it? That's very
versus the Anti-Mage. No.
We've already seen that one happen once, and it did not go well.
No, it really didn't. Even if you get the perfect game, perfect items, the Lincoln Sphere at a decent timing, at some point in the game, you're going to make a mistake and everybody's going to blow up.
Yeah, so maybe it does come out here. Maybe they're not. Yeah, it does get banned out in that final ban for the side of Navi. So what is left for Virtus.pro? The puck is still available, right? But I mean, Navi could go for that if they wanted it too.
They could. Navi. Navi, though, they have a couple of problems in their lineup. No way to deal with the Tide unless you crush them in the lane, which you can do. That's the one thing. They don't have the real frontliner, right? No one to stand their ground. I'm looking to see
Navi's turn
Kunkka
to
could be
pick.
good. Kunkka
Yeah,
could
true.
actually be really good for Navi.
Virtus.pro's turn to pick.
Riki.
What the absolute...
Okay, mid
So-
lane Ricky. Mid lane Ricky,
Mm,
that's a good hero versus the Titan. Or you think it's
Mid lane
it's a mid
Snapfire?
snap?
Yeah, support Ricky.
Oh, mid lane Ricky.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you're the analyst. So if you say it's going to be a mid lane Ricky, I
It's a
believe you.
Malajewel
Seconds
mid lane
remaining.
Ricky. It's a hero that counters the anti-mage. It's a hero that counters the Tide. I mean, it kind of depends on this last pick, and this is going to be a
Now
Kunkka
select
but
your
for
heroes.
Virtus.pro.
I
Please,
really
please,
like that
Navi.
Kunkka pick.
Get a Ricky on the mid lane so that I don't look stupid. Yep.
Holy
That-
crap, really?
That's why I'm the analyst, Rob. You need to listen to me.
I said I believe you. You said it. I said I believe you, you know? And I just... Yeah, okay.
It didn't sound that way. If the Ricky pops off, if the Ricky has a really good game, he's actually gonna crush every single one of these heroes. None of them survived the diffusal blade into a smoke, to be honest, apart from the Tide, who's gonna be purging that one off.
Mhm.
But I don't know if his lane is gonna be the greatest against the Kunkka. That is the problem I see here with the hero.
Navi, with survival
10
in the
seconds
balance, this is their final chance to make a run at staying in
5
Division
seconds
1.
remaining.
They've picked up the Broodmother, they've got the Sniper, looks impressive. They are absolutely dancing here after game number 2, and they come back with a Ricky mid up against a Kunkka. I can't say what I want to say because I'm pretty sure I'd have to be censored by production. So Virtus.pro... Yeah, I think Virtus.pro are going to be moving through in this game. And Navi, well, this Ricky, it might make life a little bit harder here for Navi.
Yeah, Ricky could be interesting. If the hero pops off, it is big, but Navi have this big problem of not having a fat frontliner. So unless they have great vision, like in the previous game, they do have the heroes to have that. Clockwork, Sniper, Ricky, all could be considered, even the Broodmother could be considered vision heroes. But if with this kind of a lineup, you start falling behind, you are screwed, right? And next time you want to say what you want to say, I'm just going to go with the peeping sounds, right? You can talk and be like, beep, beep, beep,
Actually,
beep,
wait, does my, let's see if this works. It might actually be... Did I beep? Did I actually get the beep?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's some protection there from production, and it is available, so I can just... Yeah, but, okay. Navi, it is something out of the box, but before we get to see how well this Ricky's going to do, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, welcome back as we get into Navi's fight for survival here. And let's take a look at the faces. Everybody, again, the game faces are on. Everybody's concentrating. There's a couple of, rubbing of the chins, you know, that they're thinking about it on both sides. And maybe there's a little bit of anxious, nerves between both teams. But VP, they've already got themselves secured for Division 1 next season. Navi, they are fighting here for survival, and we'll see if this out-of-the-box Ricky mid is going to be the one to keep them in it, or if this Kunkka is just going to smash the dreams of Navi like it smashes his boat against the other side as well.
30 seconds to battle.
I have to say, though, lanes are, for me, an important thing of this game. And safe lanes for both teams should work in the favor of the teams. But I think it's the Kunkka in the mid lane that's gonna be a problem. Luckily for the Ricky, he's a high armor hero. That's he's thinking about Ring of Health. Are we gonna see a Meteor Hammer Ricky?
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's take a look at the odds, though, coming out from EGB. We'll see here Virtus.pro still the favorites. Navi, it's not massively different, a massive difference between the two, though. After that second game, they showed they have the class to pull one over on VP, and yeah, the odds are reflecting it now as well. And for the last time, well, here with us, it is going to be the last time getting into our final game of Division 1. Hurry, a little bit sad that it's ended.
I mean, there's Division 2 still, so, DPC never ends, DPC never sleeps, and because of that, I'm, it's always kind of sad that one part of your life working this one comes to an end, but, does it really?
Yeah, oh yeah, the viewers don't get rid of us that easily, and yeah, so moving through there, but it is going to be again our last game of Division 1, so let's hope it's going to be a banger, not just like a 20-minute run over.
Hoping for that one for sure, and we're looking at the mid lane, and this is literally where this game is gonna be made or broken, because Navi, they went with an interesting one, and well, for now Squadix is doing an awesome job in the mid lane.
Wouldn't expect anything different. Like I say, even though he's the high armor hero here, Melajul, the damage that can come through with the Tidebringer Torrent combo. Top lane as well, Marty's going to take some harass. We'll see the two heroes stacking up from Notice and Sayush, and Marty has to run himself into the trees and away. The big drawback here of the early game Clockwork is as soon as that battery silk goes down, you need to turn and run as fast as your little legs will carry you.
Yeah, but for now, Virtus.pro in the top lane are doing well. Once Sniper is like level 3, it doesn't really matter which kind of a ability he goes for. It's going to be 2 points in Axe Shot or 2 points in Shrapnel. That is when he becomes dangerous, and that is when you need to apply the real pressure to the Tidehunter.
Yeah, and Tide, what do you think the build's going to be? Do you think we see any early gushes coming out, or is he just going to be maxing out onto the Kraken Shell here with this lane coming through?
The second now that I see that he didn't take the gush on level 1 or 2, I'm going to assume that he just skips that one entirely for the lane.
Okay. And item-wise as well, he's got himself 3 gauntlets of strength, so potentially what, a bracer and a soul ring to come out for him here, just to really try and tank up as well?
Those are just stats. You're probably not using those. I think you just goes for Hood, Arcane Boots, and that's it. You don't want to delay those.
Okay, and let's check in with the bottom lane. Kiritich, Anti-Mage up to a great start here. 13 last hits, 3 denies. So mid lane though, Melajul's going to get really darn low. Squadix, the Torrent's not going to connect onto Melajul, so Melajul will be able to get himself out of dodge. But that Tidebringer coming up in 1 more second, and Melajul, he's got that Ring of Health. We'll see if it is going to be the Meteor Hammer to come through from the Ricky. But at the minute, Squadix absolutely running this lane in the mid lane.
I have to say, when all of the heroes were picked, only Melajul wasn't picking up Ricky. So I'm like, is he rubbing his hands? Or is he like, why did you guys convince me to go for this one? And considering the state of the lane, I'm gonna go with the latter.
Yeah, X-Mark comes out into a torrent potentially. The smoke's going to be there. The drag back the timing. It's going to be interrupted by that smoke. Meanwhile, though, on the top lane, Shrapnel will start to fall onto Notice, and Notice has to get himself away. But there will be a telekinesis if needed here. Sayush can create a gap away from that Clockwork, and Notice going to be able to back himself away from this one.
Oh, usually the Sniper should be able to bully the Tide, but the Rubik is this type of a support that, you know, when the Tide should be taking damage, use the Fade Bolt, and just nothing is coming through.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Sniper at level 3. You know, he's only got himself 58 right-click damage anyway, so you're looking, that's before reduction, before Kraken Shell, and if that Fade Bolt comes out, she gets you, he may as well be firing marshmallows at Noticed.
Yeah. And also, you know, the innate stout shield of the melee heroes. Yeah, the Tide is getting tickled.
Yeah, so it's looking all right here. Notice the cogs come out top lane, but he's gonna be able to walk himself away from this one again, even with the double shrapnel coming through now as well. He's gonna be a-okay. He's got some regen coming through from the Ring of Health as well, so it's going to be alright. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, once again, Melajul going to be taking some damage. Can he walk himself away from this one? And even if he gets himself to the water rune, he's still being punished from Squadix in the mid lane. He's out of mana now as well. And Squadix going to be able to come up, start and put an harass onto the tier 1.
The thing about the Riki is that he has high base regen. And then you get the Ring of Health and the regen from the tower, and suddenly you're just healing up way too much.
Well, again, coming back to this bottom lane, it's the lane we're paying the least attention to at the minute because, you know, Brood Anti-Mage. But the kill comes out, Daniel goes down, and Kiritich again, he's got himself the Ring of Health, going towards that Vanguard, like you say. Mid lane, though, Melajul once again getting low to the Tidebringer of the Kunkka.
Interesting that Kiritich didn't take a point in the counter spell. I'm surprised because that once Silken Bullet does connect, seems like he's fine with blinking away once it does come out.
Yeah, he's got himself a decent amount of regen. Like you say, he's just got that mobility if he needs it, so he can leave. I'd assume level 4, maybe level 5, he gets just a casual point, just in case there's any rotations, any ganks to come out. But yeah, no, he's going to be about, what, 400 gold away from the Vanguard, so this lane, the Broodmother Malik, I don't really know how he puts the pressure onto the Kiritich once that's going to be out.
Well, they're putting the pressure now. That's it.
But-
You do it now so that later on that you don't have to. The thing is, the anti-mage already got a huge amount of CS compared to the Broodmother, so he's happy.
Yeah. Do you think FNG at level 4 goes for a point into the Soul Rip well, just for that like panic button protection onto the anti-mage?
I'm just seeing people not do it.
No,
with
he
the
doesn't, yeah.
Undying. Yeah, because I guess it's so much mana, DK, Soul Rip, and the Tombstone, so people are just deciding to go for one of those.
Okay. Well, back in the mid lane, the Kunkka, he's up right at the high, the top of the net worth here as well, so having a great game here, Squadix. Meanwhile, the Riki, not so hot for the Riki here, about 1,000 gold behind, and this constant pressure being put onto the tier 1. They're going to lose this tier 1 tower in the next 4 or 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure, unless there's some rotation in to try and stop this Kunkka's pressure.
Well, it's good if they don't lose the Riki, and he is going for a Meteor Hammer on the Riki. I mean, it's a meme build. You go for the Shard and the Meteor Hammer. I don't know, I thought he was going to go for the Diffusal.
Malady, he is gonna get cliffed, doing his best TZ impression here. Goes for the TP away though. Will be able to get himself back to the lane. Wasting some time though. Sayush, even forcing out a TP, gets himself a couple of bounty runes. And Rubik, as mischievous as he is, gonna be loving that play. Top lane though,
is alone.
Yeah, it might put Notice under a little bit of pressure here. Top lane, Tide, can he walk himself away? The cogs have come out. He's trying to. He's got the Ring of Health again, the 3 gauntlets, but he might do the damage. Is it going to be enough here with the Battery Soul? And Malady gets the kill.
Yeah, just enough damage.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I don't know why the Clockwork is chasing away the Rubik, but one of the reasons is to keep the Tide alone, and then if Sayush is far enough, then you can TP and do this, so that's actually a huge kill.
Yeah, really nice one there as well. Like, just noticed with the help of the Rubik, wasn't really ever being put under pressure. But like I say, as soon as he's away from the lane, the Clockwork TPs himself right back in, and they take him down, and it gets Navi on the board. So good start, though. There is going to be this ward here that spots Malady. So Malady, even if he tries to come in, level 4, no hook shot, and Squadix just going to be playing behind the creeps.
Oh, this laning phase went too good for Virtus.pro. It just went too good. I thought that NAVI will at least win their safe lane convincingly, but they lost that one. Even with the kill on the Tide, he is still ahead of the sniper net worth. And when you look at NAVI's lineup, their ability to make plays, it's not really there, especially with Melodril going for a Meteor Hammer. Is that really gonna be your playmaker?
Don't ask me. I'm not the analyst.
I was asking Navi because the answer is it's not the best one for sure.
Yeah, Melodril, he has that haste rune to come out now as well. Squadix though, Bo for the run buff, if he is being run down, you've got the Torrent, you've got the X mark as well. So Melodril, even with this, he gets his deny on the tower, so that's cute. But yeah, I mean, look at Squadix's net worth compared to the Ricky's.
It's it's a big difference. Sayush will die. At least Navi are starting to get some kills on the top lane, but on the bottom lane, I don't know who stops Kiritich from farming really. This Riki with the Meteor Hammer, is he gonna rotate? Is he gonna leave the? If he leaves the mid lane, then I would take the Kunkka rotation any day over the Meteor Hammer Riki.
Yeah. And Ricky, you talked about it, it is like that meme build with the shard into the Meteor Hammer. It's still going to be another 8 minutes or so, 7 minutes, 6 minutes-ish. I'm still counting down in my head, but it's still going to be a ways away from having full effectiveness where Squadix, he's ready to rotate now. You know, he's taking that tier 1 tower, he's ready to put pressure onto the map. Even going to be going towards the Shadow Blade as well, so he's going to be able to get some great starts. And speaking of, Danielle, X marks the spot coming through. Danielle, the drag back, even the boat being thrown out here. They want to sink the Snapfire. One more right click, and then the Torrent. Danielle's going to try and use these one charges. The Torrent's going to miss, but Squadix still gets the kill.
That does way too much damage. Just can't do anything about it. Melodril, he's scouting Notice, and Notice doesn't care. You know, even if he takes some of his creeps, it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, level 6 on there as well. Tide, he actually goes for the point in the Gush and not into the Ravage, but I guess with Squadix, again, doing what he did in the first game, looking to rotate, look to get the pickoffs, so it opens up the lane here for Sayush, and yeah, Tide not really looking to teamfight just yet, so he is going to go for those more harassy spells that might offer him some survivability, you know, offer him the farm potential as well, and yeah, so Squadix, he's playing not sacrificial, but he's looking to be that playmaker here on the Kunkka, and for the most part, it creates space for the rest of VP and takes the pressure off them on this map.
I think he just wanted to spit on the Riki for stealing his creeps. Like, I hate you. Because
Dire's top
I
tower
guess you
is
don't
under
really need the
attack.
Ravage right now. You're probably not
No.
going to be using it. The Virtus.pro are more than happy with the laning stage continuing indefinitely.
Yeah, Kiritich putting pressure onto Daniel. Melagil will rotate down. Do they have a sentry down on the side of VP? No, that's just the Observer. The Observer's going to be cleaned up here as well, but the sentry down on the side of Navi. Kiritich, there's actually going to be the jump in. The cookie comes out. There's going to be the smoke now as well. Kiritich, did he overstay his welcome in his own lane? Broodmother couldn't get there in time, and Squadic was still close, but Kiritich did take some damage. It was some good damage. They just couldn't secure the kill.
The Vanguard just makes you so tanky.
Yeah.
Because really, when you look at Navi, their damage is non-existent. But at least Melagil is using this Meteor Hammer to push. So Virtus.pro, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring more heroes here. You don't want to allow this Tricky to get away with moves like this.
No, and Squadix will be able to deep push for the lane. Do they actually want to go though? There's going to be the dive here from Melagil, whereas the rest of his teammates. Squadix going to get himself away. And the silence comes out, and the Undyne's going to try and get himself in with the Flash Golem. So the chase down now. Daniel can get himself through as Sayush even rotates down. He's got that cookie. Didn't need to throw it out. Telekinesis was still available too. And they turn that gank around. The Broodmother in the trees. Do they have the vision? Do they have the scan? Well, these Spyland Squadix, he wants them. He's hunting, but he's not going to be able to find them.
The second that the boat comes out is the second that the fight is lost for you. But Squadix is gonna get a Meteor Hammer again. They might be able to kill him this time.
Yeah, well, the telekinesis will be there. He gets himself
Nah,
out of the
not even
silence
close.
now as well. Squadix, he gets low. But do they have enough to save his life? The torrent connects. And yeah, great bait mate here from Squadix. He claims the kill onto the Broodmother this time with the help of his two supports.
Oh, Ricky does nothing. Okay, now he wants to get a Diffusal Blade. I would have wanted that one instantly because it really does give you the opportunity in early Diffusal Blade to kill the supports, to even kill the anti-mage. This Meteor Hammer, we're seeing he isn't even able to claim the bottom tier 1, and Navi understands the importance of opening up the map. You have a Brood, you are very greedy, taking a lot of farm from the sniper in the bottom lane, so that's why you need those extra camps that you get by taking the tower down.
Yeah, and look at this. VP are finding farm everywhere. Okay, the sniper's going to have a free lane here, TPing himself down towards the bottom lane now as well. Malik loses so much health from that Tidebringer into the Fade Ball. Now the telekinesis after the hookshot, Mali. And it looks like Malik can get himself away from this one. The torrent's not going to connect. The boat's already been used here, and a lot of damage onto Squadix, so Squadix might go down. They do get the kills at FNG now. Yeah, they take down 2. But while this is going on, Kiritich is just pushing right up to the tier 2 tower in mid. And this is going to be... He's got himself towards the Claymore now as well. Even found himself an Illusion Rune. And Notice just continues to push out the top lane. It took a 5-hero rotation from Navi to find 2 kills on VP.
Yeah, but still, it's a rotation onto the Kunkka. He does go down. That's the strongest hero for Virtus.pro. And Shigetsu, he finds a really good rotation.
Yeah, Malady though, he's going to pop that battery assault now as well. Kiritich has used the blink in. Cookie will connect, but he's got the blink out and will be able to shake it all about in a couple of seconds if that's what he wants to do. In fact, just going to find the farmer and Notice standing beside him to help him out. Battle Fury about 500, 600 gold away. Yeah,
Yep.
Anti-Mage, really good timing on this.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because he's gonna have the Vitality booster on top of it, so a hero that usually does have problems with his HP pool because his strength gain is pretty miserable, 1.6 per level, and his base HP isn't that high either. That item is actually, you know, a difference between life and death.
Yeah, we already see it pay off in the bottom lane once, right, with the Meteor Hammer coming through. Kiritich, if he gets the last hit on this tower, I think if my maths isn't correct, it's not going to be enough to gold there. But with this camp, as he blinks himself into the trees, they get the kill onto Malik. They chase down Sayush though. They get the kill onto Sayush, Malik, no. And Melagil, the hookshot comes in underneath the tier 1 here. Does the Rubik survive? There is going to be jump in. The Mana Void comes out now as well. That battery assault going. And it looks like Kiritich did the tower shot do enough damage. But the blink in from Kiritich, it is going to be enough. And that will be his Battle Fury here.
Notice the die on top. He made the crucial mistake of not popping his hood before going for a TP, and that's gonna cost him his life. Would have survived 100% if he did. There's one thing that we did not discuss, Rob, in this one, and it's the reason why the 4 staffs are gonna be of the utmost importance for Virtus.pro, and that is cogs into a smoke screen. You are going to be missing, you're not going to be able to get out of the cogs. And that is a huge deal. So that is something that could be killing any single hero on the side of Virtus.pro before the BKBs do come out.
Yeah, that is true. Kunkka has the Shadow Blade up now, the reveal on the door, so Melojul, telekinesis now as well to Daniel. Do they want to go into this, or Sayush? Is he going to be left out to hang? The torrent will connect, but Kunkka's going straight towards that. BKB, he's already got himself the Mithril Hammer for the extra damage as well. Feels so survivable with the 2 braces that he doesn't want to get the Ograx right off the bat. So the Mithril Hammer for that extra damage will stack up with the Tidebringer, and we'll see how long it takes him to get this. Hookshot comes through though. Telekinesis maybe, Malady. Boat will fly through, and again, Squadix really darn tanky. The bow, he's got that run buff. So yeah, it looks like he will be able to get out alive, even with the chase down. No, the Brood Mother, the cookie comes out, turns right back into it, but he have the reveal, and they potentially have the kill onto Squadix. He's so tanky though, the Spiderlings. That spawn Spiderlings will be able to get the kill.
Yeah, they need those 4 stars. The only one that currently has it is Noticed, and the supports just aren't gonna have enough gold at this point. Oh, scratch that. Sayush, he already has it. He is such a rich support.
Yeah, no, he's 4k. When you look at the other supports, he's going to be 1,000 gold above Daniel on the Snapfire, and Daniel's having a pretty good time as well. But this Rubik, he's right up there in terms of net worth for a support.
Kirtish didn't even disassemble his Vanguard. That's how confident he feels and how much farm he has in this one. This means that he wants to be able to join a fight if need be, and that's what the Anti-Mage usually would like to do, to just jump in, get a kill with the Mana Void, and if there is a potential for it, chase for multiple kills. But Navi, they've equalized this game. They were the ones making moves, and I think Kunkka going for this Shadow Blade over the BKB is what allowed that to happen.
Yeah, just couldn't protect himself there, and the lockdown came through. Like you say, he was, even though he was pretty darn tanky, he just couldn't get himself out, and maybe, yeah, the worms turned a little bit here. As Squadix, though, he wants to come through to the 4-staff, come forward, telekinesis. He might be able to get the kill on Tamality, and they just cover him from all angles to make sure he can't hookshot out of that.
Yeah, finally they get a kill and they push Navi out. Immediately, that's a red flag for Kiritich, and he goes back to farming in his own triangle. He understands that if the Riki is missing, he's probably hunting on him. And at this point now, with the Diffusal Blade being up, if you're in a camp, Meteor Hammer drops, there is a smoke screen and a Diffusal Blade, Melojul actually might have enough damage to finish you off.
Maybe. I like the deep wards coming up from Navi here as well. We see one just in front of the T2 tower for the Radiant, but there was another one that was just in front. It's literally just expired, but it was just in front of the Tier 1 tower on the top lane as well. And it's just, it's trying to scout out. Oh, speaking about scouting out, Malady, does he go down here? There will be the torrent to come through. It's a lot of regen onto the Clockwork. Boat will connect, though. They do get the kill. Couldn't get the hookshot away. Now they might even be able to go into Malik. Malik in the trees. Threw himself away on the web. But yeah, Navi are looking to see, scouts out Kiritich early. Maybe look for that pickoff when he does go to farm, and the wards do reflect it.
Oh, nice scan.
He's going to be on the high ground. He's got a double damage rune. No, it doesn't matter. The Tombstone gets dropped, but Shigetsu, he absolutely cleans up there with the DD.
Yep, nicely done by Shigetsu. I thought they were just gonna run on him, use the Ravage and blow him up, but Shigetsu with the DD and the Crystallis, he kills the support so fast. It's VP. They don't even get what's going on in time.
No, no, and yeah, he does, like I say, just blows through those 2 supports. Even with the Undying being a little bit tanky there with the 1.6k health, he was just able to come through, maybe gone a little bit too far. Now the torrent only onto the range creep here, and this is where Navi have a good timing, because Kiritich doesn't want to be joining in the fights while he has that farm potential. So Navi trying to take these 5v4 timings and run with it, it seems.
Navi are on a timer in this game for sure, right? Usually Anti-Mage sometimes isn't gonna be the strongest of late game heroes, but in this game in particular, he outscales the Sniper, he outscales the Brood, and even the Riki. If I mean, he outscales the Riki because he farms so much faster. If it's a 6-slotted Riki and a 6-slotted Anti-Mage, Riki will do fine, but he's not gonna get that amount of items.
FNG could be caught out here. The slowdown, the multi-kiss is going to rain down here. Maybe Mel the Undying, the hookshot as well. Onto the Tide. The 4-staff comes out, though. You get the stun to Melojul with the telekinesis. Notice, does he want to go? He's got that rabbit. Even Kiritich is going to be close. Do they want to try and go for this? It looks like VP in full retreat mode here, and Navi looking for the chase down, the dust reveal as well. Can they catch out onto the Kunkka? The Kunkka trying his best. The Cogs, it pushes him right back into the weighted arms of Malik. Yeah, even the boat flying through, but you've got your Sniper plinking away on the back lines, and that's going to be the kill. Melojul gets himself the double. Okay, Riki starting to get into the game here.
Yeah, definitely. And Kunkka, Your first item is a BKB with this hero.
Yeah.
That is just what it is. No matter how good your game is going, there is gonna be a time between minute 15 and 20 where you need your BKB. The enemies will get their spells and you will die. Especially there's Cogs, there's Mortimer's Kisses. You just cannot survive that one. Literally, Navi do nothing through a BKB, and Virtus.pro, they just don't have one of their most important heroes.
No, it is going to be about 250 gold away, but like you say, it's not up yet. 20 minutes into the game. That allows Navi to take that fight that gets them into the Roche pit. And yeah, Sniper just being able to sit on the back lines. You know, Shigetsu's had some great positioning and just being able to pick heroes off while the rest of the team play interference between him and the side of VP. And you see the odds coming through here from EGB. Really lower now, and VP not the favorites to win this one. Again, it is still an anti-mage game, so he can come into the very late game and just decimate Navi. But for now, Navi, they have this 5-man timing, and they're taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure, and they want to continue going for that one. The Sniper going for the Silver Edge. He's going to be doing even more damage once that comes out. And Kiritich, he just cannot maximize his farm because every single time the Riki is missing off the map, and that's always, he understands that his life could be in jeopardy, at least until that Manta style does come out.
And we'll see. I mean, how far away is he from that Manta? He's pretty close, right? Yeah, he's pretty close.
1,000 gold. It's nothing in anti-mage. You know, he does farm that one really fast, especially if this tower falls and the bottom tier one will go down. But Navi are getting bigger objectives going their way.
Yeah, the tier 2 tower will be pressured. Fortification is going to come out, but Sniper again, he's just going to be able to sit back, and even Squadix, he's not going to be able to defend this solo. And it looks like VP don't even want to try and defend it. You see how split across the map they are. You've got Sayush that's offering some protection to the anti-mage, you know, making sure if he gets caught out, he doesn't get picked off. And yeah, that just means that again, Navi, they have this 5-man potential and they're taking full advantage. So what can VP do? Is it going to be the Manta timing, or do you need to wait for this BKB to come out for the anti-mage first?
BKB on the anti-mage, BKB on the Kunkka. Okay, that one is down, and the Blink on the Tide. Though I don't know if, I guess Blink on the Tide, you get it and you just jump onto the Sniper and blow him up, but that's only when the Aegis does expire.
Yeah, oh, the ward, it sees anti-mage now as well. There's going to be a double damage rune on this Riki. And the cookie comes out, trying to close the gap. Does he see him in the trees? It looks like the spidey senses are tingling. Yeah, Kiritich, he's going to be... No, Sayush, he's not. But he gives his life so that Kiritich can leave. Kiritich, you got to leave, bud. Even with the blinks away, yeah, he gets that TP out. And will be able to find himself a nice little corner there to TP himself away to safety.
Oh, they want to fight now because they know that the Riki is not there, but he is already starting to run. So, VP, if you don't get this one fast, then you won't. Your Tide is already dead.
Straight up, yeah, 3 heroes take advantage of that, and now they've got, again, another advantage. Kiritich, he was getting brave to try and jump into the tombstone. It's the Broodmother with a web who's able to get himself up onto the high ground to clean that one up. And it looks like Navi, again, they still have this Aegis as well on the Sniper. Just some great fights going their way. 8 to 15 and a 3k net worth lead here. Squadix, he's going to be scanned out. The Riki on the back lines, he's looking towards it. And the ward might see him. No, Squadix pops that Shadow Blade and just backs himself away.
That would have been a 9-second BKB drop down the drain if he continued moving through that lane. But this is going to be the last outer tower gone for Navi. They haven't used a single for Virtus.pro. They haven't used a single Ravage in this game, and
no,
it's hurting them. Virtus.pro are just not using their heroes.
Yeah, and this is kind of like they're putting everything onto Kiritich's back. You know, just saying, we'll buy you time, we'll buy the space. You know, you just carry on farming. But 24 minutes in now, and I don't know how much time and space VP are going to be allowed to get, because, like I say, Navi, they were on the clock and they're trying to run it down as quickly as possible. Melodule, Sleep Dark comes out, FNG to back him up, but did he have enough to go onto him? Anti-Mage tries to pop that Man's Tail, walking himself away. Now the hookshot! Anti-Mage illusion, and he's going to be able to get himself away with a warning this time, it does seem, on Kiritich.
The problem now, when all your outer towers are gone, it's much easier for Navi to go for the pickoffs around the map. So they're going to be much faster at catching out the anti-mage, and the way that they're itemizing, it is for catching people. The problem, of course, with that lies, if there's a big team fight, you don't have team fight items. We talked about the Kunkka BKB. Well, the Sniper currently doesn't have one, so Blink Ravage onto his face pretty much kills him.
Yeah, but again, Shigetsu, his position has been really good on the sniper, so if he's the one being caught out, something has gone horribly wrong on the side of Navi. Noticed, trying to do what he can here with his creeps, but he's going to go for the TP before they even get themselves over. He goes for the blink into the trees. Force staff out now as well. The rocket flare, it gets there a second too late. It doesn't matter. No one was in range to cancel the TP anyway. And yeah, VP, again, just trying to play separately around this map, and they have to play perfectly every single time. Navi, they only have to catch them the once.
Yeah, but it's smoke time now for VP. When they have the blink on the tide, it's completely different. So they're going to be going for that one. If they get the catch onto the sniper, if they blow up Shigetsu, Navi don't have the damage. And then, at least for some time, VP are safe to roam the map the way they want.
Yeah, sniper. No, he's going to be getting himself away. He's got himself the silver edge here as well. He's top of the net worth, even with the Battle Fury out on the AM. Sniper's going to be top of the table. So he plays it safe. You know, they see that there's nobody on these lanes, nobody on any of the wards, so they just back themselves away, playing it safe, Navi. And again, this is for survival, so they've got to play it as safe as possible coming into game number 3.
Navi, we talked about it, they are on somewhat of a timer, so currently they can keep themselves away, but once the sniper has that BKB and you get the next Roche, that is the time to start forcing it out. Make sure that VP use their Ravage in a defensive manner. That is the most important thing that Navi have to be looking at right now, because that Ravage, if used properly, it is still a win condition for a Virtus.pro fight.
Yeah, the AM's going to skip over the Skadi here as well. The Spiderlands, it's like a spider waterfall there. I think they're just out off the web, so I don't know what's going on. They're having a little bit of a dance here. They're having a rave before they expire. But yeah, the anti-mage is going straight for the BKB. He's going to skip over the Skadi, and it looks like he might want to get involved earlier than he thought in this game.
He understands that there's going to be a Roche fight, and if he's not prepared there to live through the smoke screen, he's not going to be of any use to his team.
Yeah, Dash Scam comes out. They might be able to set up onto the Kunkin now as well. Cookie, do they have the damage though? Squadix, he pops that BKB, trying to walk himself. There's going to be a really nice tidal wave into the boat. No Melojule. It doesn't connect. The hookshot will. That's his. It was 9 seconds. It doesn't matter. He's dead for 50 seconds anyway. Really good fight there from Navi, and all of a sudden VP. What can they do? The Mortimer Kiss is starting to rain down. The Undying just explodes into spiders.
He was infested, and we're gonna be seeing with what, it's kind of disgusting. You'd much rather die than be infested with spiders inside of your body. But anyways, Virtus.pro, they're looking so weak right now. After they won all 3 lanes and they haven't been able to capitalize on anything. You know that you've done something wrong. Navi though, their movements in game number 2 and game number 3 have been on point, and Dota Plus doesn't give them that much of a chance for a victory. It's still below 60%, but they are favored compared to the 70% that Dota Plus was giving Virtus.pro after the laning stage.
Yeah, and that you were talking about, the Squadix, he got such a massive impact early on, taking that tier 1 tower down away from the Riki before the Riki had a power spike, but going into the Shadow Blade, it's just slowed him right down. He was top of the net worth when that was kicking off, and now he's just slowly slipping down it, and Sniper's been able to recover. They've not been able to get on top of Shigetsu. Navi have taken some great fights, pushing in onto Squadix before he got that BKB. Found some really good pickoffs around the map, and all of a sudden Navi, they are in the driver's seat in this game.
Virtus.pro did buy a gem. I like that one. You need to make sure that there's no deep vision coming out from Navi. Because, okay, if Navi are getting pickoffs when you're split pushing deep on the map, committing a lot of heroes and stuff like that, a lot of TPs, that's fine. You're going to survive that. But if you're under their vision on your side of the map and you lose a fight, which is possible to happen if you get jumped by the clockwork, that can turn into a disaster and a high ground push, and Virtus.pro, they cannot allow that to happen. That's why they invested in the gem so early on.
Yeah, and we'll see here the grouping up around Roshan, but the Spiderlands, you know, spotting it out. Shrapnel here as well. Roche, it will be respawning. Which team's going to come out on top? The smoke coming out from Navi now as well. They want to go for a big wraparound. They want to be looking to, because I mean, if they take this one, in terms of buybacks, nobody has them apart from the Snapfire, the Rubik, and the Clockwork. And when you've pushed all 3 lanes and you've taken these tier 2 towers on the side of VP, you could be looking to break the base here as well if you take a good fight and a Roshan as well. And the break comes out, but Tidehunter, there's going to be the hookshot in from the Clockwork. Multiple kisses rain down, so that's going to be the Ghost Scepter ineffective here. And he's going to be dead. Doesn't have a buyback again, doesn't have the gold for it. 500 odd gold away. And now this is going to be Navi's Roshan to move into with the double damage on she gets to now as well. Well, Squadix tries to break them, tries to catch him out on the high ground, but that's the boat thrown out here as well. It may be buying time here for the respawn of the Tidehunter, but look at this, it's double damage and it is going to be about 3/4 of the way through. More than enough time to get this kill onto Roche.
They're going in. They want to fight against the DD sniper.
They're trying to do... Oh, Raiden!
He got it!
He gets the Aegis! And now there's going to be a great time to kill through as well. The backline she gets to, he gets the jump, the Mana Void comes out. Kiritich, he's getting absolutely everything here in this game. The chase now, all of a sudden VP, they're going to lose some heroes, but is it going to be enough for this fight to come through now as well? Malady with a hookshot in those cogs, and FNG, he's going to get low, might go down here to Malik. It's going to be Daniel that picks up the kill. But Squadix can he get himself away even inside that Shadow Blade form. The dust comes out. It was a great engagement, but Navi respond in kind. Now Kiritich, you need to leave. You have the mana for that blink away. I mean, you have the Aegis, so you might try and fight into this first.
Fight is here.
Yeah, Ravage
No
comes
damage.
through, it connects. You've got the Anti-Mage coming right back in. Meljul's out of mana. Can he get out? The cookie comes through. Do they have the reveal now as well? The chase down, but
No more
Meljul
dust.
is away. Malik, he's trying to play around on this web as well onto the high ground. Do they have the vision to see him? He's going to go for that TP onto the high ground. Nothing to stop it.
Oh, Kiritich, he did everything right in that fight, but what he did at one point, he started chasing the Snapfire that used the cookie and the Force Staff over the pit, and then he wasn't in the middle of the fight when he should be finishing off Navi's heroes. And now with the Ravage coming out, Navi, even though not having the Aegis, they can go forward. Notice, no way you do this. Get away, my friend. You're gonna die.
Yeah, that's going to be a cute Force Staff. Again, the Ghost Scepter being used, but the Multiple Kisses just rained down, and the Tide gets taken down once again. Kiritich, though, this is going to be the Abyssal Blade in the next couple of 100 gold, and he might look to, re-engage if he can force maybe a kill onto this sniper here. There is no Aegis now, though, onto the Anti-Mage, so this is a big risk.
Radiant structures are
Who did he give the shard to? Okay.
He used it himself. Oh, did he? I thought he used it himself. Kiritich, though, he's going to be caught out with the X-Max spot. Keeping the Anti-Mage safe, and this might just be the repeat here for Kiritich. Just keep doing this, keep the pressure onto Navi. Well, Navi, they just want to take the space.
But he didn't buy the Abyssal, he needs just a little bit more gold. I don't know why he doesn't sell the Raid Band. Because the Raid Band is so important now in terms of stats. Okay, so now he has the Abyssal Blade. Jumping in and blowing up the sniper during your BKB is a possibility. You don't even need the Ravage.
Yeah, he just straight up buys out for this now as well. Kiritich comes in, doesn't find anyone. Even when to jump forward with this Ogre Seal Totem, not going to be able to catch out. So he just farms out, pops the Manta Style, and then gets dragged back by his teammates. But VP, there's life in them yet.
Yep, it's dangerous for Navi, to be honest. VP are missing their spells. They're messing up. Yeah, they did make that one Roche steal play, but that should have been a cleanup for Virtus.pro if they did everything perfectly, and they didn't. So one time if Navi messes up and there's a big Ravage, Kiritich will blow up everybody, and Navi, they're just used to staying close to each other around the smoke screen. If they mess it up once,
Radiant's middle barracks are
well,
under attack.
Virtus.pro are back into the game, and Virtus.pro are probably winning, so that's why you're seeing Navi be so hesitant to aggressively approach.
The Fable, he just goes on and on and on with all these spiralings here. Notice should be able to clean up with the Anchor Smash, and that's a decent chunk of gold here for the Tide as well. Going towards the Shard, so he wants the Tendrils of the Deep. He wants that extra, even when the Ravage is down on Kiritich, so you might have to leave here, bud. The scan comes out in the trees, into the waiting arms of the Ricky, but he does have that BKB. Does he get it off? He does. The hookshot doesn't connect, so he'll be able to blink away on the cliff and get that TP out as well.
Yep, the second that the hookshot was used, it was 100% certain that he lives.
Yeah.
I thought Malady was gonna be a little bit more conservative, but they thought they were gonna lock him down from 100 to 0. And if the cookie connected in time, but Daniel was just, a couple of units away to get that one in time.
Yeah, and Kiritich, he just continues to find the farm now. Net worth-wise, he's going to be about 700 gold away from the buyback. Do you think the anti-mage here has to save for this, or is it just full steam ahead into that Skadi?
I think you save the buyback. If you have money for the full Skadi, you might be tempted to go for it, and that's fine. But I don't see him buying a ultimate orb. The raid band currently is just such a good item that you're not replacing that one for an ultimate orb and throwing away your buyback.
Okay, and we'll see here, Kiritich, X-Mark comes out. Did you want to dive into this? Yeah, just, again, trying to keep these lanes pushed out, and the X-Mark will drag him back into safety. The bottom lane was being pushed in, so the Rocket Flare being spammed out here, because this tier 2 tower doesn't have a lot of life left on it. But, the dive in here, Anti-Mage, okay, just constantly got to play with this and play around like this. The sleep dart, it just stops him from pushing this lane back out, so it doesn't stop the drag back, but it's cute. It is cute here. He dives in without the safety net though. Anti-Mage, the stun up, the Meteor Hammer's going to come through, counterspell. He's going to pop the Manta and walk himself away.
He's okay, he's fine. The backdoor protection has been broken through the top lane, and the spiders are getting the rain tracks. That is something that VP should address.
Yeah, they have ways to deal with this now as well. Noticed he's going to be the one to blink in. Okay, they saved that rain tracks. They save it. Good job, Noticed.
Yeah, good job, Noticed. Considering that he has gotten one Ravage out, another very successful one. FNG. Ooh, that was close.
Even I was holding my breath there.
Yeah, Rob stopped doing his job like, Carry's gonna do it. It's fine, but that's it's actually okay. Dota Plus is starting to favor VP again. Navi, you can see that they just can't go forward, and Shigetsu, I'm liking his item choices, going for a Lincoln Sphere. It is necessary. Abyssal Blade just blows you up.
Yeah, how do you break this here if you're, Kiritich is jumping on? Do you have to rely on something maybe like the Fade Bolt to come through, or maybe the Gush, and then you jump onto the Sniper?
I think the ideal jump on the Sniper is with the Ravage. You jump the Sniper right next to him with the Ravage, no one is going to be able to help him, and the Anti-Mage will blow him up.
Well, 4-man smoke here for VP. Maybe using Kiritich as a bit of bait. He's going to show the counterspell will be here as well. The Ricky illusion's pushing out, but yeah, Kiritich, nobody's going to jump on him on the side of Navi, and yeah, it looks like, I mean, 10 minutes ago, Navi were trying to break the base, we were trying to put pressure on, and all of a sudden VP, after that great steal on the Roche, they've been looking like the ones that want to try and contest and try and take the aggression to the side of Navi. So let's see here, the jump in, the Abyssal Blade comes out into the clockwork now as well, counterspell will be used, and the Tidal Wave drag back, but he's going to be able to get that hook shot away. It will be used defensively. He's caught out in the trees, so he's still on that high ground. The boat, though, doesn't connect onto anyone. The run buff will be flying through, but you've traded off what, the boat for the hook shot, and both of them not the massive, not the biggest cooldowns in the world.
Yeah, definitely not. They did take the outpost back. That is a huge deal. I have to say though, Melojul is getting items. Ricky with 16,000 net worth can be a huge problem once he gets the nullifier and his damage does increase. He might be able to stand his ground against the Anti-Mage who doesn't have a BKB.
And AM's going to jump in now as well. Pops that Manta style. Malady going to be out of mana once again. But the drag back here, and AM just gets himself away. How does the... Never mind. Yeah, because it's not a spell, the nullifier, right? So it just dispels the counter spell.
Yeah.
Jump in. Kiritich on the back line is great Ravage. They might be able to get the kill onto the Ricky here now as well. He's going to be Abyssal Bladed up. They do. And now he jumps himself onto the Sniper now on the back lines. Kiritich with BKB. It will wear off with the hook shot. Stormed by Cyrus. She get themselves again onto Sniper. The Lincoln Sphere breaks. But he's
spit out.
Gobbled up and spit out, but Kiritich still wants to go, has to run himself away now. You already used that BKB. His Manta style down again, but they lost Saush for the Ricky. Good trade for VP, and looks like they want to chase for even more. Malady, the tendrils come through. Cookie onto the Clockwork. Clockwork slowly just trying to waddle his way away from danger here with Kiritich. You want to continue chasing, but Roche is up, and you've got no Ricky for the next 42 seconds. Can VP, is this an opening that they can use?
Two shrapnels on Navi. I think with the shrapnel and the Mortimer Skisses, they can delay this long enough. Let's see if they try. And they also have a Clockwork. That is one thing not to forget. So the hookshot inside of the pit is always a possibility.
Yeah, and not the healthiest team in the world here, VP, so they will back themselves away from this.
When you don't have a Manta, the Anti-Mage cannot man-fight versus the Sniper without the BKB. Especially now when the Sniper does have the level 20 talent of the knockback when you're headshotting him. So When you have the Manta, then it's much tougher because he cannot get all of the units away from him. He's going to be losing mana, HP, and then once it expires, the anti-mage can jump in and kill him again.
And okay, well, FNG, he's going to go for the TP. Yeah, he gets it again this time. Yeah, AM both out. So net worth-wise, he's going to be looking towards the butterfly next, as Roshan going to be starting here for Navi. But yeah, he's about 800 gold away from the buyback here. While this Roshan's being attempted, Kiritic, he's pushing onto the T3s. Rocket Flare comes through, and he keeps the pressure on. He might trade off a set of racks here for the Roshan. Roshan's going to go down. The dive in now as well, but noticed. It's going to... No, he can't get himself away. Once again, that Ghost Scepter, no match for the hook shot, and he just sets up the magic damage kills, and it's going to be the range tracks to go down here. Kiritic gets the blink away, so they get some momentum here on the side of the bottom lane here on the side of VP that might take the pressure off VP.
Okay, that was bad. The thing is, Anti-Mage now doesn't have the slots for a gem any longer, so he's going to have to be very careful.
Well, counterspell, the Monster Cell gets popped, but the smoke, Mortimer kisses, pops the BKB, might be able to get the counter Malady. No, the stun comes out, the bash from Melajul, and he has to leave, and that's going to be a BKB charge down for the Anti-Mage. An 82-second window for the side of Navi to put some pressure on, and they find out Kunkka. Can he run himself away? Looks like he might just get himself out.
Yeah, he needs to find a way to TP from Navi. This could have been a good time to go high ground when there was no BKB on the Anti-Mage and no Tide, but Tide just isn't that high of a level on his hero noticed, and well, he's gonna be back up immediately.
Yeah. So Anti-Mage, God, he's even got the Ag's Blessing there as well, so he's gonna have that blink fragment.
Yep, that is huge. That is actually quite. I didn't notice. Stole that one?
Oh, right, when he jumped in.
Yeah,
yeah. This Roxo in the mid lane, it will go down. Backlines the jump on from Kiritic onto the Snapfire. The Wraith Pack does get dropped, and it looks like they might just look for the disengage again. Age is still onto Shigetsu, so he's going to be fine as the blink forward from the Anti-Mage illusion. Okay. Putting some pressure on, but it is going to be their turn to defend the base here, VP.
Yeah, they're going to be playing with the X even more, and just very hard for Navi to push. I think they've lost their timing in this one. It's going to be very hard to win.
Yeah, the jump coming through Shigetsu, he's losing mana, but he does still have the Linkers, has a butterfly now as well. That's a really nice pickup for Shigetsu, especially as it seems like Kiritic is just trying to focus him down.
Yeah, he can't do it. With the Ravage, he can, but through the Aegis, they're not going to be using that one. He got him close.
Wave the jump in, but there's going to be the smoke down. Can they get another kill? The boat connects, and it looks like, did he pop this Aegis with the Tendrils of the Deep coming through? Shigetsu going to be dragged back, even with the Force Staff, and now the chase out. Daniel's going to be out of mana, so he can't drop these Mortal Kisses. Now the Clarity and Mana Boost with the Ravage, it connects onto the three of them. They're going to be able to come right through this. Shigetsu, he pops that BKB.
He's alive.
Get the kill though. The damage onto the Anti-Mage. He might go down. He has to go for the counter spell, blink out. He gets himself just on. No, he still goes down. He has that buyback available. If he wants to pop it, he has to pop it surely in this fight here. This is going to be the last chance for VP to defend the base, and Kiritic, he's just holding this buyback. Can this team get back to the fountain?
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
A lot of great bait, it seems like, because nobody chased forward. Navi, they're going to stay composed. They're looking to win this one.
Yeah, he has to buy back, and now Navi, they've got it out. There's going to be the gush coming through onto Daniel. The Tendrils, it connects onto two. Malik, though, is he a little bit too far forward? The wave's going to pull him forward into the torrent. Now FNG trying to do what he can, so this might be the kill on the Brood. The boat connects, and he will go down, but it's going to be jumping from Meljo. Meljo getting himself away from this one. Daniel, they might have overextended on the side of Navi. The torrent connects now as well, and Squadix, he's on a double kill. They're going to be able to get the kill onto Meljo now as well. The hook shot was stolen by the Rubik, and Malady, he might be the next one to be chased down. Noticed is waiting. The Tendrils, it connects onto the Clockwork. The blinking from Kiritic, they've taken down 4 heroes, and Malik buys back, but for what? As the bottom lane is being pressured in by the super range creeps. Sniper at least gets himself away with the Silver Edge. No chase there, the TP out. And yeah, VP though, they may have lost a Rax in the center, but they've taken down 4 heroes. They might be able to force some buybacks, and maybe even a tier 2 in the mid lane themselves.
The buyback on the Anti-Mage, that is still a win condition for Navi. I think Virtus.pro, I mean, now it's easy to be a general after the fight, but they made the mistake of even engaging that fight. To be honest, they can just continue going with the X's, push Navi back, and come to a point where you know that you're going to be able to blow up the sniper, but they probably thought this was the time to blow up the sniper, but it just wasn't.
Lane pushing in. They take a lane of racks, they even it up. So one lane for one lane here. There is still tier 2 standing for the side of NAVI. But no buybacks forced out. At least NAVI, they can hold on to those. They forced out, like you say, Kiritic's buyback. That is a big win condition if they can get the kill onto Kiritic. And how important now is this butterfly for the anti-mage?
I'm looking at the butterfly, and I'm thinking Refresher might be a better choice.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a better choice because without the BKB, he cannot fight into a Riki. The way that he fights into a Riki is if he has a BKB or with this X from the Kunkka. Maybe an MKB would allow you to do that as well, but I just don't see the butterfly as the item, though he is committing to it.
Yeah, looking to, I guess, swap out the boots?
Yep. I mean, you're an anti-mage, you don't really need it. Plus, you have the ninja gear, so movement speed is not going to be an issue.
Yeah, true. I'm worried about these headshots coming through from the sniper. That even if he gets on top, the sniper will just be able to push him back. But I suppose the butterfly is more important. It means that you don't get headshot as often.
Yeah, headshot is not what it used to be. It doesn't give you 100% that you're gonna connect onto the target. It used to be, you like have that 40%, but now even if the headshot can still miss.
AM's going for the shard next as well. So reducing the spell damage. I suppose it's good on against Danielle. The clockwork damage coming through as well. Did they actually find this? Xbox's bot comes out. It's going to be Kirito. He comes right back into the waiting arms, and Daniel floats one forward. The cogs are going to be dropped onto FNG. FNG can get himself out. The force staff's onto Malady now. It's all Malady. He might go down. The tidal wave to drag him into the waiting arms of BP. They do get this kill, and Kiritic wants to go for more.
BP just need to not commit.
Yeah, but Danielle, the Mana Void comes through. The tendrils, it connects. They get another kill. That's going to be both supports down. This bottom lane is pushing in. Meanwhile, VP, they have that creep equilibrium in the favor in the mid lane. So even this missing racks, it's not going to matter too much. And it looks like Kiritic, he just wants to go for the tier 3. The Manta Cell going to be popped now as well. So the miss chance coming through the shrapnel to try and clean up these illusions. But BP, they're camping right in front of the tier 3 tower in the mid lane.
Very smart approaches to the fights from both teams. Both of the teams know exactly what they need to do, but it's just a little bit easier for Virtus.pro. If they're not committing, you're probably going to be winning the fight.
Everything being thrown here onto the anti-mage. And he just stands his ground. There's not a lot of mana left, though. X-Mark comes out. He's just splitting... Yeah, split between the tier 3 in the mid and the top, and just keep pulling Navi back and forth. But both supports will be coming back up now. You've got to respect the hook shot into the Morty Kisses. So Anti-Mage, the rest of VP backing themselves away. Roshan, he's only going to be 43 seconds, potentially 43 seconds away.
Navi found the response though to this play of his. So what he was doing is just getting the Rick kill left and right so that he wouldn't annoy him with the smoke screen. But then they would leave Shigetsu to right click him in the mid lane and Melojul to use the smoke screen on the top lane, and they just completely shut down the anti-mage in terms of pushing the tier 3s.
And you can't say Navi haven't given it a go here in this series.
Still not over.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, they've got... I mean, the sniper is putting out absolute... from the backlines, he's like a little artillery, just plunking down heroes as well. So Shigetsu, if he can play it safe, if he can play behind, he's got himself the MKB now as well. This is going to be big up against the AM. The attack speed, the damage coming through, getting the mischance, evasion, nullifier... you know what I mean? He's going to be doing damage to Anti-Mage.
Yeah, for sure. Ricky wants the MKB as well.
Yeah.
The biggest item on the map, though, are not MKBs. It's the refresher on the Tide. Noticed we haven't seen many good Ravages. Even the one that was good, or the two that were good, there were no big follow-ups. But with 2 Ravages, I think you have more than enough to kill the sniper, even through the butterfly.
Outpost going to be taken back inside the smoke here from Navi. So VP no. There's something. Oh, did he get the hex out? They do telekinesis. Clockwork, has he come too far forward now as well? Notice on the back lines. He's going to the sleeping dart onto the Tide Hunter. The Clockwork now as well. Pulled out of those cogs by the tidal wave. They take down Malady. They might even be able to go for more. Wraith Pack's going to be taken down here as well. Roshan, 1 minute and 17 away, so this is not the opening for VP, but it's just a nice one. Again, Dragon keeping that keep equilibrium, going the way of the mid lane towards the dire base, and just look at this, the pressure being put onto the base here from this side lane, from the bottom lane. NAVI, every time they lose the base, they're going to be losing a little bit more and a little bit more.
The best thing that happened to VP in this game is that the anti-mage used this buyback and they understood how they have to play if they want to win this one. Just not commit. And that's what is happening. They're not committing to kills. They're just sending the blink fragments, the illusions, and heroes are dropping. Navi's heroes, other than their cores, especially the supports, they just died. Clockwork back is gone again.
Oh, Kiritich. Mind games, mate, jumps himself in. The point blank hookshot came out, and Kiritich just like, yeah, thanks for the free kill. You're dead for 80. Enjoy losing your base, nuts.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
actually enjoy losing Grosh. And if Navi want to continue with this play to go around, well, then Kiritich was just gonna take their base.
Yeah. He can pop this Manta Style. He's got it out to push the lanes if he wants to. There's going to be a big wrap as well for VP. They are protecting this Roshan area with their life. And again, the lane's going to push in, so Sniper has to TP back. This is going to be 6 seconds on the Roche clock. And Navi, they've left. They've completely left. It's a, what is this, the third, fourth Roshan?
Fourth?
Fourth,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say fourth, yeah.
Everything
Yeah,
is
fourth.
there. It's going to be Melojul. He's away from the rest of his team as well. Ooh, he's going to be careful about wards, but yeah, still no clockwork for the next 40 seconds. If they scout, which they will do, FNG inside the pit. The D-ward coming through onto Saish now as well. Kiritich, he's going to be able to get himself the push out into the mid lane, and this immediately with the rest of his team into this Roche pit. Look at him, he's got 7k gold on this anti-mage.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's got everything at this point, and yeah, I think these might be the best items here. I thought that the refresher was better than the butterfly, but considering that he's not committing into fights and just setting the blink fragments, they're gonna be much more powerful with the butterfly itself. Actually, he takes the refresher shard for himself. I thought he was gonna give that one to Squadix, especially now when there's a Torrent Storm active as well, and the Ghost Ship fleet is gonna be there in I'd say in a couple of seconds, because he's gonna get these waves on the top lane.
Yeah, and he's even going to be able to find Ricky's Curry. It doesn't have anything on it, but it's just, it adds to the mental warfare here for the side of VP. Ricky, Melojul again, he's going so low. Is there a ward? Is there any gems? The gem is on the Rubik, but the Rubik doesn't come close enough. And you can see that VP is just like, right, we keep pressure on the base. We keep pushing them in. Again, we forced out a buyback on that clockwork. That's going to go down. That's our timing. Kiritich has got his buyback out now as well, and he's just looking to jump himself in as this Aegis, and they're looking to take this man advantage here, it seems, on VP, and again just siege down the base of Navi.
Melojul needs a crit on the Riki. The thing is that he has to save for the buyback.
Yeah.
But as the anti-mage is killing your supports so easily just by using his illusions, you need to be able to delete the enemy supports as well. And Riki just doesn't do enough damage currently to be able to make that happen.
Anti-mage, where does he find the slots? He's trying to go in for what looks like the Bloodthorn. What, at that point, do you just get rid of the Battle Fury?
I think so. I think currently lanes are not an issue for Virtus.pro.
Yeah.
So yeah, Battle Fury, getting rid of the Battle Fury would make a lot of sense. I don't see anything else being on the menu there. Manta, way too valuable. Yeah, Battle Fury is gonna be the one.
Okay, and he's got this double damage rune now as well. Look at how quickly he cleans off this wave. And it's... I have VP. What is it? What's the win probability as well? 83% in favor of VP here, and Kiritich just continues, like you say, they're not completely looking for the engage. He just looks for the X mark, blink in, pops the Manta, and gets out with his teams, but he's just slowly chipping down these tier 3s.
Have you noticed that all three of these games that we've seen, the high ground breaks have been so slow from both teams? Like, we are gonna siege now forever. We will never make a mistake, Navi. It's on you to come out. And boy, look at those buybacks. Everybody has it. Everybody's saving the gold apart from the poor old Clockwork who had that unfortunate dieback.
Yeah, shame. But again, what's the tip for? What happened?
Look at VP.
Oh, I missed it.
VP
The Ravage,
going.
they get the Ravage out onto the Sniper now as well. The hookshot comes through the boat.
He got the BKB off.
He's got the BKB. He's going to be able to get himself away with the Hurricane Pack now as well. But it looks like Kiritich, he dives himself in, has that Aegis now as well. But he's forcing everybody in the side of Navi back so he can look towards this tier 3 tower. It was a great idea. Is there still the refresher? There is still the refresher on the Tide. So if he wants to go in once again, there's even going to be a Wraith Pack being dropped as well in their favor. So the Gush onto Malik. Is he going to look for the re-engage? Look for that refresh. Well, multiple kisses are going to rain down now as well, but Kiritich with the counter spell. They forced out the BKB for the sniper, the hookshot. It comes in deep, it connects
Big
onto
one.
3 of them, but he is going to be hexed up here by Squadix. What can he do though? He might be able to pop this Aegis of the Anti-Mage. No, Anti-Mage, he still gets the blink away. One more, Assassinate. Does he have the time to come through the counter spell? Aegis will be popped here, but they are overcommitting Navi. They are out of position. The second Ravage comes out just as the Anti-Mage comes back alive.
No,
and now
BKB
they get
on
the
the
kill.
sniper.
Shigetsu, he goes down. He's going to be forced to buy back out of this one, and it looks like they want to clean up the rest of his team. Daniel, does he get low? Does he go down? He does, and it's going to be both supports on the side of Navi. It might even be more than both supports on the side of Navi without buybacks here. Malik on top of the cliff. Shigetsu has to back himself away once again. But even with the jump in from that hook shot, VP take an excellent fight, even losing the Aegis, though, taking down the sniper. Look at that, forcing out another couple of buybacks as well.
The hook shots have been so good coming out from the Clockwork. The only reason that the double Ravage didn't immediately crush the fight, the first one that they engaged, was because of that one. Oh, the stolen spit out.
Yeah, if the Blink Dagger's not enough range, just spit out. Look at those tendrils. Oh, the Debo will connect, and Meljul out of mana now as well. Do they have the lockdown onto the Ricky? They do. Ricky, though, has the buyback. They are defending. This is for their lives here, Navi. And Kiritich is going to be able to get himself another range rack, so the lane pressure will start to apply once again, because VP just aren't letting the creeps cross the river here from the mid lane.
Yeah, Navi as an organization right now, they're thinking, okay, who's the next lineup that we pick up? These
Hellraisers.
guys, they know.
Have you seen that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Hellraisers have left the, or technically left the walk, so they are open to be picked up, I guess, unless they found somebody else.
Yeah, it is. There is Navi Junior in the in Division 2 as well, so maybe they're hoping that the young boys will get them in Division 1 again.
Yeah, these smokes so important from stopping the Anti-Mage from taking the Megas. Excuse me, from taking that last melee racks in the mid lane. But Anti-Mage, he's just using the illusion blinks as well. He still has the spits up. He's going to be able to get on top of Malik. Malik, can he get himself away here? Trying to use the grief to keep himself alive. The tendrils, the Iron Disc. He does. He gets himself out of the boat. Won't connect.
Which one?
All of them, pretty much. Pick one.
Yeah, yeah. Kunkka doesn't look like he's great at sailing here. At least not in this round of it. Crashing all of his ships and not really accomplishing anything.
It does make him lore accurate, though. Telekinesis, the drag back Malik, and again, Malik, how's he looking on buyback? He does have it. It's just an absolute slideshow here as the hookshot comes in for the Hex onto the Ricky. They've got the Abyssal Blade here onto Malik. Malik, can he get himself away from this one? Without a mana, the Mana Void comes through. Kiritich, you get him pretty down low to the headshot coming through from the sniper. She gets to that. That's going to be his BKB down. He has to retreat once again. Where's that Ravage?
Is that everybody's buyback? Yeah, that's everybody's buy. No, Clockwork will have one in 15 seconds. So Navi, now it's time for Malady to die, because they've literally just been giving away heroes that have buybacks, but that is going to be stopping right now, because Virtus.pro, they're going in again. Yep, no more Battle Fury. Now it's time for a Bloodthorn.
And if he gets that catch onto the sniper, you know, you've got the MKB. You have a full Bloodthorn to go onto him. You do have to break the Lincoln's cogs. Goes through here onto FNG, Undying. Is he out of position, or is he just acting as a beam? He's the worm on the hook as the Ravage comes through. The double Ravage. They take down Shigetsu. They take down Meljul. They're going to be able to go for everybody. They're going to be able to go for the base here now. Daniel, the cookie comes out, doesn't save his life, and this looks like it's going to be how the cookie crumbles for Navi after 3 long, grueling matches here for survival. It doesn't pay off, and VP, they will crush their dreams, taking game number 3 out. 57 minutes and 55 seconds, 27 kills to 27 kills, but a 47k net worth lead here. VP, they close out game number 3.
Navi, they used to be Puck Champ before they came to Division 1. They were picked up by Navi. These guys, everybody thought that they were going to be eliminated 100%. And yeah, they might have been right, but they were definitely not one of the weakest teams, especially, you know, coming in to the later stages of the DPC. They've shown that they can definitely dance with even the best teams in the region. They just needed some time to get used to the speed and to the, perfection of Division 1. But Navi, in the end, they weren't good enough to beat Virtus.pro, but they've proven quite a lot. And I'm happy that Shigetsu has proven, being the top carry of Division 2 for so long, in Division 1, he did a hell of a good job. Not enough to stay here, but it was damn close.
Yeah, no, it was a fight to the bitter end here for Navi, and unfortunately somebody has to go down, and it will be them this time. But Virtus.pro, they've pushed on. Maybe, you know, Darkside, if there's going to be any sort of miracles today, it might be Darkside taking the series off BetBoom and Virtus.pro with that chance towards the major slot. But we're not going to keep you for too long. We are over an hour behind schedule here, and I'm sure there's two teams, there's two other casters just raring to go, ready to get through to this next series. So that is going to be it for me and Harry here in Division 1. We will be back, I'm pretty sure, unless I get told otherwise, for Division 2. And we will be moving on to Darkside versus BetBoom for this final series of Division 1. It's going to be Gareth and Trent to take you through, but thank you very much for tuning in. After, over 4 hours here, Virtus.pro take the series, and all we can say is I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for Division 2 soon, but enjoy this last series here with Gareth and Trent.